The factory! You moron! That's impossible! What astounding weakness!
Hello everybody, and today I'm going to do a little bit of a different thing, and I'm just going to tell you guys now, this may change your opinion on McDonald's 100%. It's not a full-on exposed video, but I'm going to tell you guys why I left McDonald's. Now, the reason I'm dressed like this is because this was the attire I wore at McDonald's, minus the apron, because that's in my Jeep, and I'm not going out there to get it. Guys, I just want you to know, this is not me trying to defame McDonald's by any reason, but this is me giving my explanation as to why I left the company. Now, I'm just going to go ahead and jump into it and say orientation, okay? I was so excited because this was my first time having a job after I lost my this was my second time having a job after I had lost my first one at the little country store when I was 17 years old. I was not able to get another job after that because, well, if you guys have heard me talk in some of the videos, I didn't really have a chance to get one. My mom really didn't want me to get one. So, I kind of just went through high school and everything and, enjoyed life like that for a while. Didn't really look for another job, and, I was okay with that to an extent because, why not, sit at home and play it got really boring. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. Sitting at home playing video games all the time was really boring and stuff. But, here we go. Orientation. Like I said, I was excited for it. We went, and the orientation was like 3 hours and everything. It was a little bit boring and everything, sitting through it and stuff. And I asked a lot of questions, because I wanted to be a good employee. So, I asked a lot of questions at orientation, getting some of the things set up and things like, how do you do this? How do you do that? Yada yada yada, what if this happens, what if that happens, because I wanted to make sure that I was going to be a good employee while working here, and I wanted to show that I was dedicated, but, yeah, dedicated. Okay, so, let's go ahead and start from the beginning. The starting day, which was June 20, I'm going to have to actually go back and stuff and do some research on this because I want to make sure that I'm getting all this information right. If I'm going to do a video on this, I'm going to do it right. I know that it was just slightly over a year ago. I was going to make an Instagram joke about it, but I ended up not doing so. Okay. July 15th, 2019, the first day of work and everything, a 4-hour shift from 8 to 12. Back whenever I could actually get up at 8 o'clock in the morning. Were the days. I can hardly ever get up like that because my sleep schedule is so messed up. Yeah, okay. I remember it, I was being trained and stuff, and I was excited, getting to meet people, learning how to do certain things, doing the morning shift of all things, Not even making Big Macs and things like that yet. Well, we actually did because 10 o'clock is the end of this was before they had all-day breakfasts. They don't even have that anymore. Sorry, guys, there's like a hair hanging right at the edge of that, and that was bothering me. Yeah, but, I learned how to put muffins in and stuff, things like that. But I was a slow worker, of course, because I just started there. I hadn't had a job working in anything food-related since the little country store, but I didn't really handle food there. I took people's orders, but that was about it. And it was on a machine thing. It was really weird. I hated it. I didn't really like it. Yeah, but this was the picture of me getting out of there. I thought that I was so swagging out, bro. I was like, yeah, first day was great and stuff like that. And then I didn't post another picture about it ever. Yeah. So, first day at McDonald's and everything, I thought it was a success and everything. Oh my gosh, I got this job and stuff. I'm working at a place that as a kid that I loved eating at. Like, what could go wrong? So much could go wrong. I learned at McDonald's really quick that if you can't keep up, then you're not going to make it there. Now, a lot of people think that, McDonald's is a good job for teens. Dude, if you were a teen and you are not wanting to work, do not go to McDonald's, okay? That job showed me that if you are somebody who, thinks jobs are miserable, that's going to make you think that forever. Literally until I got the job that I have at McDonald's, I suffered so bad at McDonald's. It was the worst job possible for somebody like me. I like a job where, I can move and stuff, but I also like a job where I'm not, okay, here's the thing, and I'm not even lying on this, and this was really racist to the people who ran that McDonald's. I was the only white person there, and because I was the only white person there, they expected higher of me to do things, and they even told me that. They was like, oh, and I was like, bro, what? No, dude. Literally, almost, there was so, and it was so weird for it because, like, I mean, I was not for anything like that. Like, literally, I was trying to do things and trying to, like, keep up with, like, and I was doing my part and everything. I was doing the grill and stuff, and there's supposed to be somebody who does a fryer. And I'm not saying that you know, like, that it was bad for me to sit there and, you know, do both and stuff like that. But whenever you're sitting there saying, oh, you need to do this, oh, you need to do this, whenever there's freaking orders popping up out the wazoo, that's when you need to put somebody on the fryer, okay? You don't need 3 people doing the table thing. And I know that I'm going off on this really fast, but that's what McDonald's is like right off the bat whenever you finally get going and they're not holding your hand anymore. They literally throw you in the deep end and expect you to know what's going on. And, you know, a lot of jobs are like that. But if you're new and somebody like I was, and I was the only fryer person and the only grill person, but you're having 3 people on the table making the stuff, which you're just like passing it over to each other, doing things, and then send it up. Like, that was not okay. Like, no part of that did I ever approve of. Like, if you are new in something, you should have somebody helping you, somebody doing the fryer while you're doing the grill. You cannot just go in there and them expect you to be fast like that. And I hated that, like, exponentially. Like, and literally, there was one dude, his name was Quez. He was a cool dude, he trained me and everything. But he was so freaking annoying all the time. He literally said that he don't like when people repeat stuff, but he was always repeating stuff to you, always trying to tell you to do this and do that, and oh, you're not doing this right, and he was always making these weird remarks at me, like, not like racist ones, but he was very rude and stuff. Like, he was like, oh man, or something like that. Like, whenever I would do something, he's like, oh, and shake his head and stuff. Like, bro, stop, cut it out. What do you got, a kick in your neck or something? Like, get the hell out of here, dude. Like, literally, I'm not even joking. The McDonald's I worked at was terrible. And maybe not all McDonald's are like this, but the one that I worked at was. They literally expected me to be able to do all the stuff that I wasn't taught how to do. For I had to learn how to do that on my own. And doing the grill and stuff, yeah, I was taught how to do that. But whenever you're sitting there and you got patties coming up, quarter pounders coming up out of nowhere, and you got trays just filling up and stuff, you don't have time to go over to the fryer and throw more stuff in there. And that's what they didn't get. They had me doing all this. They had me trying to put stuff in there while quarter pounders are popping up over here and stuff. Luckily, they got more people near the end of when I was there. And that stuff stopped, or they had somebody at the fire and the grill. But literally, I got my head shook at so much by Quez, like, oh my god, dude, oh my god. Because, like, literally, because we didn't have anybody doing that. And that literally was the one thing about working there that I hated the most, is because he was always sitting there doing some stupid bullshit on some bullshit. Oh my gosh, or something. Like, bro, stop. Like, and I'm not even joking. Like, it was literally that bad, okay? There's a reason why I was only there for 3 months, and, like, that's one of the main reasons why, is because they expected me to do all this stuff and everything, some of the stuff that I wasn't even trained to do. And also, you gotta run to the back and get patties and stuff. That part was always cool. I mean, fatigue, because you're going from a hot environment to a cold environment, but I enjoyed being in the back because it was the coldest place in the building, and it was the only place where you could catch a breather from being from the hot grill and everything. So going back there and getting all that stuff, I didn't really care too much about. But it was like, yeah, I mean, okay, now we're going to get into a part of the video that I didn't think that I was going to discuss, but I'm going to go through it anyway. Guys, the quarter pounder is the realest thing you're going to get at McDonald's. But I'm not going to guarantee you that it's the safest thing to get at McDonald's, and here's why. I learned really quick that you cannot flip these patties or anything because it goes against regulation. Okay, guys, I'm going to tell you something. The quarter pounders, literally, they go down and you have to ship them off. It does not matter if they're cooked all the way or not. And that is one of the things I did not like about McDonald's, and I did not approve of either. Whenever I was there, there were so many quarter pounders that you could just tell we're not done. But the boss would come back there and say, oh, the thing's lift. It's time to send them off. Like, literally for a minute, like, while I was working there for lunch, I was making my own quarter pounders because, like, I could tell when they were done or not. And that was the only reason why. Literally, like, and a lot of the guys there, I'll tell you this, a lot of the people there realized that, like, the people that I work with knew the same thing, that they weren't done. They would wait for managers to have their heads turned to put them things back on there and flip them and cook them for a little bit longer because, guys, yes, the quarter pounders are supposed to be juicy is what they say, but they're not supposed to be undone. And I'm glad that the people I worked with showed me that, but literally you had to wait until the manager's head was turned because if you got caught, you were getting in trouble. And that's the truth. I got caught a couple times doing it, and they're like, "Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that?" They're not finished, bro. The meat is red. You can still see blood coming out the top of the quarter pounder. No, that's just the juice. Dude, I'm not even lying. There's this one redhead girl, Anita, and this was the most disgusting thing ever, bro. Literally, she was working in the back and stuff. And literally, right as soon as the quarters came up, she grabbed them and stuff. And I said, "Miss Anita, you can't." I said, "That's blood coming out of there." And she was like, "Oh, that's supposed to be like that. That's how the regular patties are and stuff." And I said, "No, Miss Anita." She sent it up, and guess what? The customer handed it back to us and said it was not fully cooked. And literally, Eddie said, "Who served this?" And I said, "Miss Anita did." And she was a manager, bro. And he literally said, "Why did you serve this?" And she said, "It was down on the thing once, and I brought it back up." So they literally came back there and changed the temperature and everything on it, because apparently it was off scale and everything. And I even told her that it wasn't done, but she didn't believe me. Blood is rolling out the top of this quarter pounder, and you're gonna send it out. How does that make any sense? Like, dude, like, I get it. If you're coming in for medium rare or something at a fast food restaurant, no, bro, you're not doing that, because that's not how it works. You can't do that. But literally, she served it. Like, what? It was, I like, literally in my head, I was like, "Are you dumb? Like, what the hell's going on here, bro? Like, you can't be doing that." Man. Okay, now we continue. Okay, so another thing that I did not like is the fact that, another thing I did not like is, like, you cannot use your discount at any other McDonald's, and I'm not even lying. If you work at one McDonald's, you can only use your discount there, and that's the truth. They won't let you use your discount anywhere else. You get 150% a day and 130% a day, and after that, you pay full price. Oh, but you want to know another thing? You can't go over $10. Now, last I checked, a lot of things at McDonald's, once you, like, get up there, you're paying over $10 if you're getting a full-on meal with large fries, with a large drink, which is $1, but large fries bring the stuff up magnificently. Like, dude, a lot of the people there didn't agree with the whole 50%, like a $10 thing. A lot of them actually would sit there and approve it, even if it went over that, because they knew that, like, you weren't getting a full meal under $10. And that's just the way that is. That's literally the way that's going to be. Going into McDonald's you work at, minimum wage rises so much that the people, the higher ups at McDonald's, raise the prices because they want to sit there and still make the money they're making. And that's why minimum wage doesn't solve anything. You think you're making more money, but then the price of everything else goes up. If you make minimum wage go up, you're making the people at Walmart have to get paid more by the higher ups, and since they're getting paid more to keep above minimum wage, then the prices of everyday low prices go up. And even though, yeah, they're still lower than other places, they're still low. They're still higher than what they were before, because that's how it works. Minimum wage rising makes the price rises. So $10 and stuff, guys, really, get the fuck out of here with that. Like, that was so dumb. Now, you get drinks for free if you work at McDonald's. Like, yeah, okay, yeah, you get drinks free as long as they're a soft drink. You're not getting a Frappuccino, you're not getting an orange juice, anything healthy, nope. Soda, oh, yeah, go ahead, dude, kill your liver some more or something, or whatever, let that acid eat it up. It isn't even the liver, it's just your kidneys and whatnot. Your kidneys, not your liver, guys. Don't take what I said about the liver on that, because that's alcohol. They're not selling alcohol at McDonald's. Like, I would tell you if they were, but they weren't. Yeah, dude, it's just, like, literally, like, I don't know, there was so much wrong working at McDonald's, and it's the reason why I left so quick. It's the reason why I left after 3 months. You know, the racist thing that they did with me being the only white guy and expecting higher from me. Now, literally, you could say that, oh, it's because you were the only white guy there, they were expecting you to keep up with everybody. I mean, I guess you could look at it that way, but that's not the way it was perceived. It was, you're supposed to be, they literally tried to promote me to a manager, and I declined. And I said if they asked again, I was turning in my 2 weeks notice, and that's why I left also. They said, hey, do you want to be a manager? And I said, no, let's not, like, and then they asked me again, and I left, 2 weeks notice and gone. And now I work at McDonald's. I mean, Walmart. And granted, Walmart's not the best place to work, but it's way better than McDonald's ever will be. Like, literally, working at McDonald's, I thought that I was never going to want to get another job again. I was like, if all jobs are like this, then why would I even want to work? And I wasn't going to be a deadbeat or anything and not work. It's just like, I thought that all jobs were going to be like this, and that I was going to be miserable the rest of my life. Maybe the adults who say jobs are miserable were right, is what I was thinking. And then I got a job that I actually like, and even though I scan stuff all day or watch self-check-in stuff, this job is magnificently better, and I would definitely recommend it to teens. McDonald's needs people to work at it, but it is a job that will tear you up and spit you out, and you will only get minimum wage for it. You will never make more than minimum wage at a fast food restaurant, no matter how hard the work is, and no matter how much I wanted to complain about what I was getting paid, there was nothing that I could do. Literally at Walmart, I do less work and get more, and that's just how it is. I was told whenever I left that I was never going to make it at Walmart because it was a grown person job, and because I didn't do good at McDonald's, I wasn't going to do good here. And I realized that at the end of the day, that was just to try to make me lose self-confidence in myself, which is hard to do because I have an ego. But literally, when you hear people saying that to you every day when you turn in your 2 weeks notice, it does hurt a little bit. Because I literally thought that I was going to walk back in those McDonald's doors like Eddie said that I was going to be whenever I left. Literally, he came in to make Walmart a little bit after I got hired there and said that he was sorry for what he said, and he said he wished me the best. He said at the time he didn't want to lose me because I was a better worker than a lot of them there, and he never would have told me that while I was working there. Yeah. McDonald's does suck, guys, and I don't recommend it to anybody, but there's always going to be people who want to work there. For me, it wasn't the job that I wanted to do, and now I'm happier at the job that I have, and I'm also planning to move to a different job here soon this month. But guys, I will tell you this, take it from me, McDonald's is not the cakewalk we see it as a kid. When we're a kid, yeah, we want to go to McDonald's. It has fast food and stuff, you know, it gets us away from the ordinary food and stuff. But I realize now that the suffering and stuff that goes on there is unimaginable. Kids literally on school nights working till midnight. That's not legal. And kids literally coming in there and just like, oh, I'm working to midnight because I need this job. And they don't want to say anything. Now, if anybody from McDonald's sees this, you guys really need to enforce those rules better, because like kids are being used to work until midnight and stuff on school nights, and I've seen it more than once. But anyway, guys, don't just take my word for it. There's probably tons of stories of people who complain about McDonald's, and nothing has been done to solve the problem. Anyway, guys, this was a different video from me, and I'm just going to tell you I'm never going back to work for McDonald's again. Now, I'll still go there and eat occasionally because I do like their food. But next time you go to McDonald's, be sure to thank the person there, because you don't know what they're going through. They could be going through the same thing that I was going through. That's why I always tell them thank you and to have a nice day. Because I know being back there is harder than what it seems. And if you're one of those people who just think that there's somebody working at a fast food restaurant and they don't matter, then you're the real scum right there. Because like these people go through sweating every day, fatigue every day, body hurting like no tomorrow because of all the walking and stuff they have to do. So next time you go to McDonald's, why don't you thank somebody instead of sitting there and just thinking they're the wet wiper of the earth or something? Anyway, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here, and this was my experience at McDonald's. I, of course, hope you all did enjoy, and I will see you all in the next one. But until then, though, peace out, and have a good one.